Welcome, everybody. How's it going? This is Charlie 4BZ Truth and Kelsey 4BZ Truth. Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, so, actually, this is her idea. She's like, hey, when are you going to have me on your show?
He's been bugging me about it for a while. I finally caved.
Yeah, I kind of, I haven't been getting on too much lately, and I just thought maybe I would focus a little more as the kids get older. They start taking up a lot more of our energy and time. Not to mention, I'm trying to invest a lot of my time into the business that I'm running. So, anyways, I just thought I'd pop in here, and it was actually Kelsey's idea to do an Ask Us Anything type of topic. And hi. Isn't she like really pretty? I mean, seriously. So anyways, it is my honor to have such a special guest on my show today. And I see that there's a few people trickling here. I saw Joel, More Than a Flame. Oh, looks like Star Saucer's here.
Hi.
Oh, you're a new sub? Are you in trouble? I think. Now, anyways, my content is kind of erratic and all over the spectrum, but if you can hang in there, you might find some stuff interesting. But anyways, Kelsey is a very interesting person as well. She's more straight to the point and isn't as erratic as I am, all over the spectrum. But I wanted to, we have a lot of things to talk about on our end, but we are willing to discuss and, review a lot of the information that's out there. I mean, obviously, I talk about a lot of the things that are happening in the world. I don't necessarily like talking about politics per se, but the reality is politics is really, just what I would consider the Hegelian dialectic. They're just trying to create a division between, the right and the left. And but it's all the same, the right and the left wing of the same bird, so to speak. So anyways, but Kels is on the same page as me in a lot of ways, but maybe not in every way. She kind of thinks I'm crazy sometimes, and but she is still really pretty, and she's still willing to stay with me after all these years. So maybe we'll just share a little bit about our background. I mean, we have a lot of history. We've been married almost 14 years, which is a long time in the grand scheme when it comes to marriage nowadays. And
we're still learning.
We are definitely learning. We're still being humbled every day or all the time.
Definitely.
I'm definitely getting humbled left and right. The more I open my mouth, the more humbled I become. Just kidding. But anyways, so I see a few people kind of just popping in here. I'm sure that there's going to be more trickling in. But anyways, maybe you can kind of share a little bit about you, considering.
Okay. Yeah. I'm Kelsey. We've been married for almost 14 years. We got married after 6 months of dating, and I was 19 and he was 26. So we're radically opposite and different in every single way you can possibly imagine. I do agree with a lot of things that Charlie talks about. I definitely don't invest as much of my energy into researching as he does. I kind of have picked a couple of topics that I'm pretty passionate about, and then the rest is just a little bit more than I can handle at one time, I guess. So I'm happy to talk about anything. If you guys want to ask us personal questions or you want to ask our opinions about the topics that Charlie usually talks about or whatever. I tend to be an open book, a little bit of an oversharer often, but yeah, so there's not really a plan for this evening. Just if you guys want to chat, awesome. If you want us to chat, awesome. If you want to get off of here and not talk to us at all, that's fine too.
And I'm sure there's going to be plenty of you do that. By the way, you can leave questions or comments in the chat, but if you want, you can actually come on. I'm willing to share the link, and then you can come on and ask questions or just shoot the breeze with us, whatever. So I'm going to actually send a link in the chat if you want to just quickly put this link into your browser, and it should bring you to Streamyard. There is no just follow the link. It's pretty easy. So, but I know Joel's one who likes to get on here often. Joel more than a flame, and maybe Star Saucer. The name of your channel actually sounds interesting. Sorcerer. Sorry, I don't know how to read apparently. See, that's why my wife is here. She corrects me.
I'm good at that.
Anyways, Star Sorcerer. Okay. Now I'm interested to know a little more background on that. Anytime I can compare and contrast ideology, I'm always willing to hear what people have to say. So if you follow that link, you're more than welcome to pop in here. This is the link here. But yeah, so maybe while we're waiting to see what anybody has to say, or if anybody wants to pop in, we'll just kind of maybe share a little bit of our background, maybe some stories. And this is totally on a whim because I didn't really know exactly what to share.
Yeah, there's no planning.
Yeah. But this is fun. This is something where we can kind of sharpen our improv, I guess, and just figure things out as we go. But yeah, so as everybody knows, I'm a kind of a conspiracy nutcase, and I've totally been willing to investigate pretty much anything that's out there. And now there is something that my wife has brought to my attention over the years that I was kind of passive about, and I didn't really care too much about. And if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't even have gotten into the discussion of, I call it the mark of the beast, but I'm not. She thought it was weird that I would say that, but anyways, the mark of the beast. Talking about this, and I know most of you are fully aware of what's happening in the world. I don't need to get into that, but the bottom line is, if it wasn't for her, I would have never even considered, the full schedule, so to speak, as being something that is a problem, because I was raised getting the full schedule.
Me too.
And and most of you know about kind of the way things are going with that. But the complete rejection of truth and information, and the suppression of information, the First Amendment rights are being suppressed and all that. And we are seeing the brunt of that nowadays. Now, being that we have had a couple kids, now I've actually shared a couple things about the miracles that we had with our kids, and maybe she can kind of give a little tidbit about our kids. We just had a 3-year-old birthday for our oldest, and it caused us to kind of reflect more on kind of the way things have progressed over the last 3 years. And she was talking to me like, "Hey, remember this time 3 years ago when I was going into labor?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I couldn't forget that." I don't know. Maybe share a little bit about our miracle babies.
Okay. We got married and then we wanted to have kids. And so we tried for 10 years and we were told that we couldn't have kids. There were issues on my end, and issues on his end, and they basically just told us to find another dream. I was 22 and a full hysterectomy was suggested for me, and obviously I didn't do it. But at the 10-year mark, we decided to stop trying because it was kind of consuming our whole life, and very painful, very sad. We had had a couple of miscarriages. And anyway, 10 years and 1 month, we got pregnant with our first baby, our little guy that just turned 3. And then the second time we got pregnant almost right away, and I didn't believe I was pregnant. I just thought maybe I was sick, like I had a cold or something. And my husband actually had a dream that I was pregnant, and he kind of hounded me about taking a test, and I was mad about it because I didn't think there was any way we would have another baby. And it turns out I was pregnant. So we have 2 little boys, 25 months apart. And yeah, they're both, it's, I've been grateful for infertility because it makes me see parenting in a whole new light. Everything is just a little more special than it would have been if it had come easily, I think. But
yeah,
I'm kind of hounding him for a third, so we'll see.
Yeah, that kind of brings into the discussion, like, you know, nowadays having kids is a little bit on the risky side in some ways, because I feel like there's you basically are not, it's like the governments are completely unstable right now. I don't even know what that might look like 5 years down the road. So it's like, and I remember before we had our first kid, I was worried about having kids and what that might look like. But I do not regret for a moment having either one of my boys. They're freaking amazing. Their little personalities are just exploding, and my oldest 3-year-old son now is just hilarious. He just like always, you know, he's definitely starting to challenge me more, trying to, you know, like disobey me and ignore me all the time, and obviously this one right here is the disciplinary compared to me. I'm just the softy dad that just wants to do everything that's fun, and I don't ever want to disappoint my little babies. But apparently,
you have to do that sometimes.
Hold on, I'm gonna actually pull this.
Oh my word!
This is kind of relevant considering. So this is a picture of my first son. He was what, 6 weeks or 7 weeks?
6 weeks and 2 days, I think.
6 weeks and 2 days. Is that what it says on the card there?
I have no idea.
Anyways, but that was just like an amazing thing. But we were both very skeptical and worried and scared of, you know, whether that was going to be a viable pregnancy. Hey, by the way, this right here, this is about us. We're actually talking about our personal life a little bit. Now, granted, if you want to talk about other things that are of interest to you, bring your questions to the chat, or you're more than welcome to pop in and just have a little discussion with us. So if you want to talk about anything specific, we're just going to fill it in with a little bit about us. So I just want to put that out there. So if you guys are interested in kind of picking our brains, bring it. Bring it.
My
so
goodness.
Anyways, so, you know, my last 14, I mean, we've gone through ups and downs. I mean, we've mostly down. Oh, well, I was going to say we've lost both of our moms.
Yeah.
And we were pretty young. I was 27 or 26.
26.
I was 26. And I'm 40 now, so I've lost my mom a long time ago. But
she died 2 weeks before our wedding.
Yep. And we just lost her mom. What, 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago?
Our firstborn was 7 weeks.
Oh,
old
that's right. That's right.
When my mom died.
That's right. So it's been a little less than 3 years ago. So, I mean, it obviously, it still feels pretty fresh. And there's moments as a mom or a dad where we always want to appeal and ask our parents for advice, or our moms. And our moms, it's like they're the ones that had to put up with the most crap from us. So I figure, they would have the best advice for us as parents. But we both have to struggle with that. And, we're lucky to have Kelsey's aunt, who kind of fills that role as grandma, or we call her Grammy. But anyways, I mean, we're just like everybody else, kind of going through the struggles and trying to figure things out.
Yeah, except for we're closeted conspiracy nuts. My family doesn't know.
Oh yeah, well,
my family knows nothing about.
Oh yeah, if they knew
us.
like even one of the things that we were into, not just half of the things, if they knew one of the things that we were into, they might call CPS. I don't know.
Oh no!
I'm just
don't
kidding.
make comments like
No,
that.
no, I'm just.
Our children are fine. No, they're just very, 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 very in tune with
The mainstream.
what the government says, what the media says, what modern Western medicine says, and I mean, I kind of always have veered off the beaten path with my family
sheep.
a little bit, yeah, and it's not that I'm afraid to talk to my family about these things. It's just I don't.
It would be fruitless.
Yeah, I don't have the energy to do it, and I know that there's no amount of talking or reasoning or information that could change their biases. So I just don't. And honestly, it's not really their business anyway. So
well, that's one thing about this whole channel is I've always been interested in comparing and contrasting information, or even bringing ideologies to the table and comparing. I just want to know what brings people to their belief system, and Kels has always been, she kind of came at it from a different angle than me, because we had culture shock in a lot of ways when we decided that we were going to spend our life together. And
we still have culture shock. I don't
Yeah.
think that's something that will ever go away.
Yeah, I mean, culture is ingrained in you. It's the you could call it what is it, first nature or second nature? Anyways, the point is the nature that we're raised into, the nurture, you might say. My nurture is way different than your nurture, and you could, in a lot of ways, you could call that my baggage, because there's a lot of issues that come from that. But
No comment.
yeah, that says it all right there.
I have baggage too. Everybody does.
Yeah, but again, we all have coping mechanisms, and I've figured out certain things that help me cope, but it doesn't necessarily make it right. Whoa, Jennifer.
Ah, hi.
Oh.
It's been a long time.
It's nice to see you on here.
Yeah, welcome.
I've yet to find anyone who can change someone else's core beliefs. What, us or Kelsey? Or it couldn't be me on an individual. But hey, Jennifer, it's really nice to see you. I'm surprised that you're over here. I didn't even know that you saw my channel here. So, but yeah, I've been doing this channel for a while for your information. Are you still over in Oregon, or let me know? I think you were in the Oregon coast or something the last I checked. But
yeah.
anyways.
Now a lot of the things that Charlie looks into, it's not that I don't believe or do believe those things. I think that there's actually probably a lot of truth. to the things that he researches, but
Oh, she's in Washington.
Washington.
Oh, cool. It's nice to see you, Jennifer.
But I tend to, I don't know, I'm an anxious person. So the things that I focus on are what are the things that are affecting my immediate life right now? What are things that are potentially going to harm my children? Or what are things that I need to be prepared for or know about? Or what are things that I can actually change right now or work towards changing right now? And then I go off of risk versus reward with that kind of thought process. So so yeah, that's how he kind of just dives into everything, and because he wants to find the truth. He likes the facts, he likes the research, he likes the chase, I guess.
The thrill of the chase.
Yeah, and I am
Look at, hey Jess.
Oh, hey Jess.
Oh.
I told her, I said the things we do for love. I'm going
right.
I'm going on your live stream.
Yeah, she sacrificed it all to come up.
Oh yes.
To ruin her credibility.
Oh,
if there was any left. I'm just kidding.
No, I never had any. But yeah, I'm not an expert in many things, and I don't research many things. I just I pick the few that I know are directly affecting my family and my life, and I kind of work on those ones.
Yeah. Hey Jess, if you want to come on, or Jennifer for that matter, just remember we're kind of inviting people to come on if you want to follow this link.
Hey, it's only fair. If I'm on here, you should be too.
Yeah, what the heck? Bring your questions. I know you've been wanting to ask a lot of questions of us for so many years.
Oh yeah, she doesn't know anything.
Yeah, you don't even know the real us.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to. I mean, I try to be as transparent as possible, and Kelsey's pretty transparent, and we're just keeping it real, y'all. Mm-hmm. Keeping it real.
Somebody ask us a question.
I know.
Come on. Doesn't matter what. Anything.
Yeah, there's some things that we won't answer, but that answer stays in the bedroom.
Oh,
just kidding. Just kidding. And yes, we are going for a third baby.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, it's my brother.
Do I still twerk? So,
oh, maybe I should bring up that video.
Oh my word! Please don't.
I kind of want to.
Please let me tell the story. I don't know what's. Oh my gosh!
It's a pregnant lady twerk.
No, before I ever had kids, I had a ladies' night once, and we had some drinks, and I decided to try to twerk, and I asked Charlie what he thought of my dance moves, and he told me I looked like a vomiting cat. And oh, I mean, the moves weren't good, but
who am I to say? I don't freaking have moves.
Jess, maybe next time you bring the kids over, you and I can try.
What, like try to vomit like a cat, or
no? It's what the youth do.
What the youth do?
I don't know.
That's what shows that we're like old as heck. We talk about
that
the youth.
And the fact that I have a heating pad on my back right now.
Yeah. We won't go there.
Oh,
but no, her poor sciatic nerve.
Yeah, my babies wrecked me. They're worth it. Good thing they're cute.
She's willing to just like give up the last of her spine for another baby.
I am, yes.
But it's nice to see you, Dave and Jess. If you want to pop in here, you're more than welcome. We're just shooting the breeze right now.
So, Jennifer, what's new? Are you still here?
Jennifer, so you were in Oregon and then you're in Washington. What have you been doing with your life lately?
I think it's been, what has it been like? Sorry, I'm looking at the baby monitor.
What has it
been like 8 years, maybe?
Oh. She says the children are well worth the pain. Yeah, that's right.
Yes, they are. Here they are, cuties, sleeping.
Yep.
They're so worth the pain. That's actually one of the memories I was talking to Charlie about last night. I was like, when I think about Theo's birthday, I don't think at all about the 23 hours of labor. I think about
I thought you were in Oregon. Sorry, I guess you've been in Washington the whole time. Okay.
When we went to Oregon, she was close to where we were going, but we were right on the Oregon-Washington coast, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Was it like southern Washington on the coast? I don't know. We were over in Astoria, and I thought that you were saying something about, you should come visit her. I don't know, something like that. So anyways, I just made the connection, like maybe you were in Oregon. But yeah, we do need to go back to the Oregon coast. We've been talking about it for a while, but it's been kind of harder with the babies and how much do you want to get into our second baby's condition?
Our second little guy has an anaphylactic allergy to peanuts and tree nuts, so we have to just be really careful with him. He'll be able to do some exposure therapy, but not until he's 5. So
yeah,
4 years away.
Oh, see, 15 miles from Astoria. Across the river. We might have drove right past you then, because
we went to that weird.
Yeah, there was like this really like cloudy, like
it
was foggy.
Called? It was like
Cape Death or something like that.
Cape Disappointment. It was Cape Disappointment because everybody crashed their ships there.
Yeah, that's right. We went to Cape Disappointment. We actually
but we couldn't see anything.
We couldn't see anything because the fog was so thick.
If we were on a boat, we would have crashed for sure.
Yeah, it's Jess's favorite thing about each other. Oh, see, thank you, Jess. Thanks for staying on point here.
Someone's gotta lead us in the right direction.
Yeah, we're trying to. You're trying to pick our brains so that we could, become raw and uncut here. So, never mind. So the favorite thing about each other. Could I say that it's my favorite thing and my least favorite thing? Her strong will. There's certain things about it that's good and certain things about it that are bad. Mm-hmm. I don't know if there's anything good here, but
about you
with this guy.
Oh geez. Do I want to pick 2? I love that you are able to become super passionate about things and you involve all your energy in those things. A lot of people are not passionate about anything, so it's good that you can latch on and go all in with stuff. And then
my own demise sometimes.
Sometimes the passions are things that shouldn't be passions necessarily, but overall, that's a very good quality to have. And then I really
within a good balance.
I really love the kind of dad that he is. Like, he just is.
I'm a good dad.
He's a very good dad. And I'll be honest, I wasn't quite sure how that was going to play out. And he's way far exceeded my expectations. And he's a wonderful, wonderful dad. His sons are always going to remember how wonderful he was and is.
Yeah. Well, I try, and honestly, she has to keep me in check sometimes because I get so dedicated to things that I put other things on the back burner. Even if that is my kids, sometimes I'm like a little too focused on my phone.
Well, it's hard when you feel so spread thin with life, just in general. Like always, I don't know. It's like you kind of grasp at any moment to have some zone out time, but when you live in the season of little kids, every moment is harder. Insane. So
you're spread more thin, and it's hard to be dedicated to something, very dedicated, devoted. And I mean, I honestly, I've kind of fizzled in a little bit in a few ways as far as doing this YouTube thing, because I feel like
we're really freaking tired in the evening.
I'm tired. Yeah, like really the only time that I have to do anything is after my kid goes to bed, and honestly, I'm like, I want to go to bed. Oh. But Jennifer actually said that she's 5 miles from Cape Disappointment. I swear we were just right next door to you. We went right through the town as we were heading to there. So I'm sure that's the town you were in. Surprised that you were. We didn't even realize that. But from what I've seen, the two of you have made really, really good parents. Well, yeah, you can see it from the pictures for sure. Just kidding. I had much experience with both of you, good and bad parents.
Thank you. When people would ask me growing up what I wanted to be, like a doctor or whatever, I always said, I want to be married and I want to have kids. And people were always like, okay, but what kind of job do you want to have? And to me, those are the most important jobs that I could have. But I wouldn't say that when I was little. I would say, oh, well, maybe I want to be a kindergarten teacher. But really, it was just being a wife and mom.
Yeah.
And so I'm living the dream, man. I'm living it.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm living the dream as far as being able to facilitate or even allow my wife to be able to do such a job. But again, that job is a 24/7 job. So you end up like there's just no downtime.
It's exhausting, but it's worth every minute.
Yeah. What do you mean I wanted to be queen?
Hey, that's a pretty good job.
Oh, yeah, that's the job. Okay, see?
What did you want to be?
What did I want to be?
Mm-hmm. People would ask you when you were a kid.
Well, going back to when I was 8, I wanted to be a meteorologist.
Oh, yes.
Meteorologist.
Yes.
And
this guy loves storms.
Yeah, I love storms like so much that I will put myself in danger.
Yeah. Yeah.
I freaking like, okay. By the way, I'm not allowed to say freaking because my 3-year-old, well, he was 2 for the last year, but my wife's like, we don't say freaking or darn or whatever it was.
He put boots on today and he goes, these are freaking cool boots.
I'm like, hey,
like,
Theo,
no.
wait, hold on. First of all, you're not supposed to say freaking. And you do what I say, not what I do, because I'm the one that says freaking all the time.
But he always catches you on it. He's always like,
he's like, Dad, no, say freaking.
Yeah, but it's becoming abundantly clear that he hears all the things.
Yeah, where was I going with that? I totally got derailed by the freaking.
How you chase storms? How you're
a storm. When I was I was 7 or 8 or something when we lived in Kansas. And Kansas had the most crazy storms. Like we had really, you ever see the Forrest Gump where he's talking about rain? It's like rain that comes in sideways, big fat rain or whatever. Well, I actually remember like the rain was so heavy one time. It was like a flash flood. And I remember it was like splashing down so hard you could see it like coming back up again. And then the sun started appearing through right when the rain was coming down so hard. Axel always says, dude. I know, because that's what dad says, dude. But anyways, yeah, it was when I was in like 2nd grade or something. We had this tornado warning, and there was like alarms going off and everything. And I remember seeing this like dark like wall of cloud that was so black that I was like, that's definitely a storm cell. And I mean, in my mind, I didn't know what a storm cell was, but that's looking back, I'm like, that's a storm cell that was so intense that obviously there was a tornado that was seen from that. But I don't know if I saw the funnel cloud or anything, but I did see some crazy weather while I was there, and it made me really intrigued with tornadoes. So I started researching tornadoes, and I just like, and then lightning and thunder. I freaking love it all. It's crazy. Sorry, I got all.
Yeah,
I'm passionate about it.
He's the kind of guy that like, you say, oh, it looks like a storm's coming, and he's just, out in the middle of the street and it's pouring rain and there's thunder and lightning everywhere, and he just is like right in it. And our neighbors are the same way, so they all just we all
congregate together.
All the guys just like stand in the road and talk about how amazing these storms are. But
while my son's having a heart attack.
Oh my word.
My son gets so scared of the lightning.
It doesn't help that you left him in the backyard for a second, and then the thunder went on, and
that wasn't my fault though.
Oh my gosh, that was awful.
What happened is I'm like, hey Theo, come outside with daddy. So we go outside and I'm like holding him. We're like watching this tree like sway back and forth and stuff. And I was like, don't worry, it's not scary. The storm is not scary or whatever. And the tree was like really swaying in the wind. And so I ended up like, I don't even remember what I came back inside for.
You ran in to grab something. You were not out. I was in the kitchen. So I was watching out the window, and you ran in to grab something. You were in the house for like 15 seconds.
It wasn't like maybe like 5-10 seconds.
Yeah.
I walked inside to grab something, come back out, and as soon as I was about to walk back out, I hear and I'm like,
and then
oh my
screaming,
gosh.
And then so much screaming. And
yes. He ran in like hysterically crying. Like, ah, what happened?
So I don't like storms, but I don't remember why, but he doesn't like storms because he was abandoned outside for a few seconds.
Yeah, I did abandon him.
Well, no, it was just really awful timing. Really awful timing.
Yeah, but even to this day, I mean, oh man, just the other day I was outside and the storm was kind of coming in, and it's like the trees started swaying a little bit, and the rain kind of started coming down, and there was one lightning and thunder. That was it, and it wasn't like anything serious, but he just got like, he started crying. He's like, I want to go in. And I'm like, it's okay, bud. You're so brave. Anyways, we're heading into storm season here. Been blowy all day today. 60-mile-an-hour gust.
Oh, fantastic.
I love the wind too. Like I remember when I was a kid, like I lived at, like, Idaho has some pretty crazy like transition weather storms. Like you go from the hot to cold fronts and things like that.
Well, just our son's birthday party last weekend, it was so windy that it was knocking all the decorations away.
Yeah.
And then it was sunny, and then it was rainy, and then it was hailing, and then it was sunny. And then yesterday it was almost 90 degrees. So, I mean, you just never know with Idaho.
Yeah, well, I remember when I was probably 11 or 12 when I lived in Idaho. I remember this big old storm started rolling through, and it was so windy outside, and we had this big like field that was kind of behind our house. And I remember, like, I would be running in the wind as fast as I could, and then I would like open my jacket and just see if I could jump and let it carry me across. I would jump like 10 feet because of the wind blowing so hard. It was so much fun. I loved it. Anyways, and one day, I don't even want to say it. I had a discussion with somebody that got struck by lightning.
Yes.
Anyways, if you want to plan a vacation to this general area, October. Oh, didn't we go to that area in October?
We went at the very beginning of October, and everybody that we talked to said, and the weather was
very mild.
Yeah, everyone was like, it's never mild like this at this time of year. And we packed, it's funny, we actually packed for the weather to be like a lot colder. So we had to stop and get some clothes from, I think it was Ross. Do you remember that? I had to get some clothes because everything was for cold weather.
Oh, yeah.
And it was really nice. And that was his first time. Oh, we've got stuff coming in.
Oh, my gosh. So, listen. Hey, so Truth Loops is here. Hi. Truth Loops is kind of a regular.
That's a fantastic picture.
My son would be way into that picture.
Oh, my word, yeah.
Spider-Man riding a lion, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, Truth Loops, it's nice to see you. And then David James Forbes here. Storms are great, but when there's lightning, the kids comes.
Yes, sir.
You know what?
Yes, sir.
I just don't come in when there's lightning. I love it.
You know what? Where I lived in Arizona, everybody had those lightning rods on their houses because it was such a problem. And my mom actually got electrocuted.
Oh yeah, they struck and she was touching the wall.
She was touching the window, the metal window,
got,
and it hit the.
Shocked.
Yeah, so it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but my whole life that was like.
Yeah.
That's why I hate storms. Those stories of, oh my gosh, you're not even safe in your house.
Yeah.
So every time a storm happens, I'm like, get away from the windows.
Hey, it's Mitchell from Australia.
Hi.
Hey, this is the guy I interviewed. He actually does the Flat Earth School.
Oh.
Interesting stuff.
Okay.
But anyways.
See, Flat Earth is one of those things that I don't weigh in on because
she says she doesn't care. But maybe she's afraid that if she learns too much, then she'll be swayed.
No.
Too much.
I honestly, I have no opinion about it. I don't. And it's not that. I mean, he spent an extreme amount of time studying it, and so I'm kind of like
2015.
Cool.
She's like, what the heck?
Yeah. At first, I was like,
By the way. We were discussing how to parent about that topic.
Oh yes, we're planning to homeschool, but with topics like that, I think that we're going to present both things and present the evidence. That way they're not. I don't know. I kind of think that I don't want to instill extreme biases into my children. I'd like for them to learn how to use their brains.
Yeah, that's the key is to
figure things out.
Really learn how to interpret the data for what it is.
I actually think that's why we're having a lot of the issues we're having currently.
Just everything
in the world is people
What's the correct philosophy to interpret?
People don't know how to think for themselves anymore, and they just kind of instead of putting the effort into the knowledge or training your brain or conditioning your brain or working your brain to actually think, you just believe the things that you hear because an expert says it. It doesn't really matter what the expert is or what the topic is. If you don't have to think about it yourself, then that's just the truth. And I think that's happened. I think the media has done that and the government's done that and the schools have done that. Everybody's done it. And so for our children, I think it's important for us to teach them how to actually use their brains for thinking rather than just hearing. And
I kind of sense that we're losing my brother. He doesn't like these topics.
Oh, who, Dave?
Yeah.
Whatevs, Dave.
Yeah, whatever, Dave.
You can't hide from us.
Yeah. It's always going to come back around and bite you.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, I appreciate you, Mitchell, for being here. And Jennifer says, in general, people don't want to think. They want to parrot.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
But I think it goes a little bit farther than even that. It's if you do think and you go against the norm, then you have to deal with the backlash of that. And you don't want to deal with the backlash. You don't want to have to constantly fight for your view or prove yourself or whatever. Like, if you don't, you're kind of just dismissed if you go against the mainstream ideas of anything. And that's a hard place to be. And a lot of people don't have the energy to think about those things because they don't want to deal with the backlash.
I don't mind being the minority. Just kidding.
I do not love it. That's kind of why I choose a couple of topics to be super passionate about, and the rest I kind of just burner.
a lot of the topics that her and I see eye to eye on are very, very dark. Actually, a lot of the topics that such as like child sex trafficking and pedophilia and stuff like that, very dark topic. And
yeah, but I think that just
but it's real. I mean, we can't just ignore it.
not only as parents, but as Christians, it's really important. I think that, well, just as people in general, it's important that we're all aware of the risk, and it's our job to protect kids. So,
here I gotta
comments.
say, Jess said she's still here, and then critical thinking and reasoning,
Yes, girl.
legit.
Oh my goodness.
Legit. Tom, how's it going? I'm glad.
Is it Tom Tom from Cocomelon?
Tom. Oh yeah, are you from Cocomelon? I do not deliver papers, and I'm not sure where you would come up with that thought process on that. But.
Yes, explain.
Yeah, it's nice.
Hi.
Yeah, this is my lady of we've been together 14 years or more.
Mm-hmm.
Since what, April?
Yeah, we've been we'll be married 14 years in November, and we got married after 6 months of dating.
Yeah.
So about 15 years.
Yeah, so I appreciate everybody coming in and meeting my lady. Sorry. No need to be sorry. No, but
we almost got run over by someone delivering papers the other day, though. Remember?
Oh yeah, we were just were we driving and they were just like going head-on collision with us?
We were walking with our two babies in
right.
the double stroller, and a car was going like super slow, like right in front of us, heading towards us, not even paying attention, and we're like,
do we need to go on the sidewalk? Like what the heck?
Like what is happening? My mama bear went. The look I gave that person. But yes, they were throwing papers out their window. So
yeah, but anyways, so hey, there's a few of you here. I appreciate everybody showing up. So we were talking about kids. We were talking about Washington. We were talking about storms. What else is there?
We'll talk about anything.
Oh yeah, if anybody wants to follow this link to, in fact, I can do it this way here.
I think Charlie really wants to see someone else's face other than mine.
No, I keep looking at my face and seeing that.
You just put him right here.
That dude is like a little iffy. The fact that you're still into me is a really nice thing.
I'm way into you, man. You make beautiful kids.
Whoa. Hey, this kid is beautiful right here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a.
My favorite phrase is "oh, okay," meaning I can't convince anyone else. Is that the sarcastic "oh, okay" or something like that? Change their core beliefs, so I choose not to argue.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
That's
interesting.
No, I'm the same, Jennifer. And I don't think CO2 is a greenhouse gas. Sorry, I'm like I don't know how any of this works, so I'm just.
So elaborate, Clayton. I don't think CO2 is a greenhouse gas. That's a good point. Are we talking? I didn't even want to say the. See, this is another trigger phrase. You can't say global. Fill in the blank.
Yeah.
Can't say it. I'm trying to teach her about the bots and things like that like to interrupt our videos. But yeah, I mean, whether it is or isn't, I mean, I believe that there's a balance in our system. You know, trees and plants. And again, I'm regurgitating. I don't know if this is true. I haven't verified it, but I feel like what classic response? What to Clayton?
I can admit, Clayton, this is not something I've really put a lot of energy into thinking about. I don't think CO2 is a greenhouse gas.
I don't think farts are methane.
Look at he says something else.
Mars atmosphere
is 96% CO2. Why is Mars so? That's an interesting thought.
Oh, It's because it's like millions and more miles from the sun. I don't know. Are we talking flat Earth or what? Anyways, yeah. So it is an interesting. I mean, that's a good point. It's like, you know, you have to consider all the variables, and you know,
that's a perfect example of just believing what we've heard.
So what I was going to say, as far as like regurgitating information, I feel like, you know, I've always learned that there's a symbiotic relationship of all the different things in the world. We exhale CO2 and we breathe in oxygen, right? I mean, we've confirmed that oxygen is something we bring in to replenish our vitality, and you're like, you know, you think I'm such a geek.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but he is so like
I get fired up.
He's getting fired up and he's getting loud. He's gonna blow my eardrum out.
Sorry. Oh, here. Personally, the only thing I know about Mars is that Matt Damon did a
See,
great
that
job.
right there is truth. There's
you can't eat that much starch. You just add a lot of potatoes. Isn't that what he grew over there, was potatoes?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, the world is changing politically because of CO2. Yep, it's going to the brains. You know, actually, I've heard a lot of people say that the atmosphere, you know, when you actually like, and you know, amber, the rock amber, they have little bubbles, and they're actually like tree sap or whatever. And the bubbles that they analyzed were higher in oxygen levels.
Oh, as in the oxygen levels used to be higher when the oxygen was trapped in the amber.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
I mean, there's a lot of evidence, quote unquote, that points to, you know, our previous past having a lot more oxygen. And then we talk about like the greenhouse effect and how they're chopping down all the rainforests and things like that. That's you know, reason to believe that we're losing, you know, our atmospheric conditions that allow for longevity and better life or whatever. Let's see.
Nope, your brother jumped on.
Oh crap! My brother's chiming in. I am a thinker and challenge.
That's a great picture
quo.
of you, Dave. By the way,
you look like
the beard.
You look like a badass, a bad apple, a road apple. Anyways, let's see. Yuppie. Yep. Flat Earth isn't worthwhile.
I kind of feel the same way. Not that it's not true, because I don't know, but that's another example of the things that what affects my everyday that's really important. And if it isn't, then I just put it aside.
Let's see. There needs to be a reason for deception. So wait, are you trying to say that there isn't a reason for that deception? I've analyzed that question quite a bit. And to take our eyes off of a creator, that might be something. High CO2 levels in the ancient past when the Earth was warmer. So again, I feel like there are ebbs and flows, or there's cycles in our climate. So climate shifting, not necessarily climate change. Anyways, we're like jumping around now. Every conspiracy has a purpose. That's right.
What was 7 years ago? Oh, your picture? Sorry. Oh. I'm disoriented. It's a good look, Dave.
So yeah, does this guy look like me at all? apparently we're
Dave
brothers.
has a glorious beard, and it took you until you were...
Wait, he said it was 7 years ago. That means he was my age right here.
I know, but it took you until you were like 35 to grow this together.
I still am trying to connect it.
Oh, I know.
Actually, this is pretty good right here, but
I think Theo's going to be hairy.
I think that there's still a little gap right here.
There is.
And I still can't fill it in right here.
Yeah. Both of your brothers have awesome beard abilities.
You know, I don't have a good beard ability. I like to say that it's because I have Native American blood, but anyways,
I can grow a better beard than my husband.
Shut up. Clayton, CO2 comes out of solution on temperature rise. High CO2 levels in the ancient past were a result of warming, not the cause. Interesting. See, that believe it or not, that's like semantics, and people might say cause and effect. So like a result doesn't necessarily mean that that's the evidence for a cause. So it just depends on how you're analyzing the data. So
I'm eating my dinner. Sorry, everybody.
The Forbes brothers. We are Forbes brothers. That's true.
The Forbes are...
There is a difference in the shape. If it's round or flat, the difference is the shape. What? Am I wrong? Anyways. At Jonathan's house in Cali? Oh, I see what you're saying. You're still talking about that picture? Or maybe we're just too slow to respond to it. Palm tree in the background. No. Oh, yeah, I see the palm tree. Now it's white? Okay. I don't understand the flat earth concept. I've flown across the country and, oh, don't give me, okay, hold on.
Oh, man.
I'm about to hear the same arguments that I've always heard.
You're going to get him going crazy on this.
Why are we talking about this? I didn't bring this up. All I did was introduce my friend from Australia. I've seen the curvature of the earth. I don't understand how one actually believes the earth is flat. So you saw curvature from an airplane? Okay. I don't understand how...
Bearded sisters, I like it.
Anyways.
I
almost did what my son does.
Oh my gosh. No, here's the thing. I agree with what she's saying in that is what we hear and know, and we haven't done all the research into it. I don't care to do the research because I kind of agree with Dave that I mean, I think what it boils down to is the government
willing to lie about
lying to us to make us believe that the world is round when it's really flat? I think it's possible. I mean, obviously they're not that stand up on...
By the way, we've already destroyed the algo. I mean, they're already going to shadow ban this video because of the topics that we've discussed.
Flat Earth?
Yeah, don't say it in sequence.
Oh, say what in sequence?
I'm willing to change the topic because I know that this is not necessarily the most exciting topic for people, and it's not. So maybe it's not even something that has implications to one's life. But hey, look at this cute couple right here. We're pretty dang cute.
This is a date.
This is our date.
Mm-hmm.
We're eating. We're drinking. Actually, this is just a soda. But I don't know. I'm really grateful for this lady. She's willing to come on the show and just talk about whatever. So if there's anybody that wants to come on and ask us questions, I love that people have been interactive, by the way, and I've been very grateful. We're on a double date. So are you sitting next to each other on your different phones? It kind of reminds me of somebody like texting somebody like on the other side of the room or something.
Yeah, we haven't had a date without our kids in over 2 years. I mean, we technically went out without Theo when we went to the hospital to have our Eli, but I don't think that counts as a date. Does it?
We are on a date?
They're on a date. They're sitting together
we're
on their
our
different
phones,
devices.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, I don't know. We're at an hour. I don't know how long you want to go, but I'm always willing to go about 2 hours. But now that you're here, it's like, I don't know if you want to.
Who, me? I don't care. I like that people are talking to us.
Yeah.
Jess says, heck no.
Heck no.
Oh,
Jess.
it doesn't count. That's right. That's right.
Wait, what doesn't count?
Going to the hospital to have our second baby doesn't count as a date.
Oh, that's true. Oh, yeah, you were having labor.
Who thinks that this guy should take me on a date? Anybody?
Good night, McGarley.
Oh, goodbye, Dave.
Good night. It was nice. I'm glad I could ruin your night with the topic that you despise. Just kidding. Anyways, do it. Go on a date? I don't know. So here's part of the problem, folks. And it's not about taking her on a date, because I'm more than happy to do it. We have a baby that is very vulnerable, and we don't really know if people are as attentive to his needs as well as she is. I mean, even me, I'm not even as attentive as she is to our baby's needs.
He's not a detail person in general.
But I love my freaking kid, and I know what his issues are as far as and what to expect, I guess. Like if he was having an anaphylactic shock or whatever. And so we don't really know anybody that is as trustworthy to watch our kids with the same level of dedication as, I don't know how to say that without sounding like offensive or whatever. So it's been hard to break away to do our own thing because we have to really depend on whoever's going to be there.
But to be fair, we've only known about this since June.
That's true.
So there's a lot of time before this.
Yeah. So bringing our baby on a date is not as, I mean, it's not the same as having one-on-one.
We can't bring him. That's the problem.
Yeah. So now we have two, and we're talking about a third. Does Dave and Jess know this?
Yes. What, you think I don't I talk incessantly about having another baby? Of course I do. I'm ready to close up shop.
Close up your guts?
Yes. No.
A hard time about it in private, Charlie. So you'll give me a hard time about it in private? Whatever, Jess.
Oh.
But we're here to contemplate the cosmos. So the deep questions about reality. How in the heck am I going to get my wife on a date?
Well, hey, I think that's the most important topic.
We just gave away our $200 gift card to this restaurant, Barbacoa, because we've been sitting on it for the last, I don't know how long, 2 years or something. Or was it that long?
No, I don't think so.
What can you talk about on YouTube? What can you talk about on YouTube? That's a good question, because I know what you can't.
And anything that fits the narrative that they've laid out for you.
I know what you can't talk about. In fact, I often talk about things you can't talk about, because I actually noticed that my Contemplating the Cosmos channel got a notification that I was going to be live on 4BZ. Well, no. My 4BZ Truth channel got a notification that my Contemplating the Cosmos channel was going to be live, but not vice versa. So it didn't notify my Contemplating the Cosmos channel that I was going to be live on 4BZ Truth. And the reason I say that is because I think that I'm shadow banned on my main channel, which is 4BZ Truth. And anything that is controversy kind of puts you on YouTube's radar to, not allow my... So if you haven't done a thumbs up on this video, it may be effective. It may help get a broader reach, but I don't know if it matters.
Yes.
Does it matter?
Thumbs up to us talking about nothing.
Hey, everybody needs to see this important couple right here. Let's see. Oh, was that a question? Like, ask us anything question? What can you talk about on YouTube? I can talk about anything I want. And then I'm going to freaking get a strike. And then I'm going to eventually get deleted. So I got to censor a lot of stuff. But anyways. Going to crash, night. Thank you, Jess, for hanging.
Yes.
Thumbs up. Thank you, Truth Loops. Glad to see you're still here. You guys.
Oh, thank you.
Aw, that is so sweet. I'm a cradle robber, by the way.
I was legal.
She
barely,
was legal.
but I was.
She was not even born when I was 7.
He says things like, "I've got scars older than you."
This scar on my lip is actually older than her. And the one on my cheek right here. Or is it right here? I don't know if you can see it right there.
I see it.
That scar is older than her. Pretty dang old. Anyways, Clayton says, I believe that we are asleep in the true reality. When we die is when we wake up. We will be dead a heck of a lot longer than we'll be alive. I can't argue against that. I would like to know more of that perspective. Did you actually find my channel through near-death experience discussions, or just paranormal type discussion? Because they all kind of tie together in my opinion. But I kind of want to know your perspective on that a little bit. So, anyways, Truth Loops. God bless you guys. Hey, where are you guys located, by the way? Anybody who gets this message, I can see that we're kind of down a little bit on. I don't know if a lot of our previous people are here. Like Joel is probably gone. I haven't heard from him. Sorcerer. I don't know if you're here anymore. Jennifer, I don't know if you're here anymore. Jess and Dave just left. Mitchell from Australia was just stopping in to say hi.
So there's new comments.
Okay. Truth Loops is in Texas.
I hear lots of good things about Texas.
Yeah, I would rather be in Texas or Florida right now, in the sense of politically speaking. But okay. Clayton, this world is a dream like the Matrix. I don't know if you're a fan of the Matrix, but I'm kind of excited about the Matrix coming out in December. I don't know what your thoughts are on that. I did have a discussion with a guy that had a very Matrix-like near-death experience, and it was very intriguing to me. You're off the phone now, Jennifer. That's good. I appreciate. And I keep seeing Waco or Wacko. It's not Waco, Texas or something.
Wacko. I want to teach Theo that word.
You're being a wacko.
I can guarantee I'm gonna say that tomorrow.
Oh, Clayton's
more
a
Texas. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, maybe Clayton and Truth Loop should hang out. Just kidding.
Yeah, because Texas is just like.
Yeah, you're just right up the street. It's like not only it's the biggest state in our union right now, but other than, well, Alaska is not part of the union, right? Because it's not touching it. Anyways, whatever. Georgetown. For those of you who do not know, we are in Boise, Idaho. And I actually am happy that we're here in some ways, but in other ways, I feel like we're trying to conform to
the goal is to make Boise the new Portland or Seattle.
Yeah, our mayor
That's
is
what they
actually
say.
kind of psycho. The mayor is a lot more liberal than our governor, I think.
She's super fun.
Ugh, my hamstring is getting tight.
You're sitting in the better chair.
It's pronounced Ilwaco.
El Waco.
Ilwaco. What? Do you think I was being racist or something?
No. You're reminding me of when we went to
The Grand Canyon?
No. When we went out to eat with Dave and Jess and
Here, I gotta get another picture.
my word. Things are getting weird.
Well, we were talking about where we live, and it's
when
pretty
Dave ended up with the cowboy accent.
cowboy accident.
Accent.
Oh, accent. Yeah. So this right here is the city that we live in. El Boise.
Will you stop it?
Anyways. Ilwaco. I actually would like to be a...
Oh, there's Waco.
See, Waco, actually, I was looking at property over there because you could literally sell our house here and go down to Texas and actually buy like almost twice the house for what our house is here. And I bet there's a lot of opportunity there too.
Yeah, the housing prices in this area are outrageous right now. They just...
A lot of people moving from like California and stuff and trying to get out of the liberal, crazy places. And
so they bring the crazy to us.
so they're bringing the crazy to us.
Mm-hmm.
I visited Texas once. And please take our governor.
No.
What, take the Washington governor?
Yeah, no, thank you.
No way. Been there, had to get a new fuel pump in Baker City, Oregon.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's right up the road from us. It's actually about an hour and a half-ish, right?
I have no sense of direction anywhere. So I have no clue.
Yeah, Baker City. It's kind of up in the mountains a little bit, going up into the Blue Mountains. It's a nice little town. They have a cool Oregon Trail museum there. Boise's part of the Oregon Trail.
Yeah, we see all these like little landmarks that like, here's an Oregon Trail thing, and it's always something that's like, someone stopped here to eat and then kept going. But he wants to see like every single one. He wants to read every single plaque about.
Oh yeah, I'm way into that kind of stuff. I don't know why. So Clayton says they wouldn't let me pump my own gas.
Oh yes, Oregon's weird like that.
You know, I think that they took that requirement away. I went to Ontario.
Ontario's barely Oregon.
Well, it is Oregon.
It is
barely
Oregon.
No, I remember going to Ontario and they would make you pump your own gas, or they would pump your gas for you. But now they don't make you do that, so I don't know.
I don't know. I think we might need to take a drive and test that theory.
We might have to go to Baker City and visit the Oregon Trail Museum. Where's what?
That's how our whole trip to Oregon was Lewis and Clark were here. Lewis and Clark were here. Lewis and Clark ate 9 pounds of bear meat every day. It literally said that, did it not?
I don't know if it was bear meat, but it was like different rodents and stuff like
well,
that.
They ate like 9 pounds of meat a day to sustain their bodies with how going through that Oregon jungle.
That's right.
That's where Bigfoot is.
Oh, you know
He's
that.
got to be there.
See, I think she believes in Sasquatch.
I don't know why not. I'm sure there's all sorts of critters that we don't know anything about in thick forests like that.
Are they related to
Maquilium bimbe?
To Gorilla Mama?
We can all hope not. I turn into a gorilla sometimes.
She does a mean bear crawl to chase after the baby.
That's pretty impressive for an old lady.
No wonder your hips hurt so much.
That's a really good point. Oh man. Yeah, I've hit the level of awesome where I sleep with a specially made pillow in between my legs at night to stabilize my hips.
I tried that and it made my knee hurt, actually. It's because my knee is like...
What do you mean you tried it? How dare you?
I took a nap the other day and I was like, wow, what's
Here's
this thing?
I love my old lady pillow. Leave it alone.
Oh my gosh. Where are you guys at? Are we starting to fiddle a little bit?
They're realizing how weird we are.
We're very weird. We're just hanging.
They like you're kind of weird.
Apparently.
I'm a different kind of weird, though.
I don't actually see Clayton too much around here. It's nice to see you, Clayton. Truth Loops comes in quite often. I appreciate you coming back. I haven't seen... by the way, I just started doing my Streamyard subscription again. I'm actually paid up for a whole year now. But that gives me the... I don't know. It gives me the ability to do this across multiple platforms. So now I'm doing Facebook. You can see the different Facebook and YouTube stuff here. But yeah, so anybody have any more questions, or are we wrapping it up here? Do you have any questions for me? Like, why are you so dang sexy?
I don't have that question.
You're like, I already know the answer to that.
I'm your guest. Is there anything that you want me to talk about before I leave?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Because it took quite a few years to get me here.
Yeah, by the way, this is actually, I gotta tell you, the fact that she's on the show right now isn't necessarily a miracle or anything, but she's warmed up to the thought of it to the point where she brought it up to me.
I wanted you to be happy.
Very nice. I was very excited and giddy before she came on.
Yeah, he was giddy all day long.
Yeah, so Clayton says, folks on the left believe that guns only represent death and violence. To Texans, guns represent freedom, peace, and security. Idahoans agree with you.
Yes.
Except for our mayor. She's trying to liberalize our freaking city. But most of the politicians in our state are pretty Idaho-y. I mean, our governor was kind of trying to follow the mainstream narrative for a while.
He still is.
He still is, but he also banned the thought of having some sort of passport or proof of. But our governor actually, or not our governor, but our mayor is trying to make us show proof of inoculation.
Yeah, for anything that has over 150 people, I think, including BSU football games now. Yeah,
we can't even freaking go. In fact, the only reason we were able to get into that one thing is because it's in Cuna, huh? The pumpkin patch. I bet there was more than 150 people there.
Yeah, probably.
There's probably like 500 or plus there. But
You think there were 500 people there?
spread out, not necessarily in a big group.
Mm-hmm.
But
That was fun.
Yeah, I like Idaho too. Did you just pass through then? Yeah, I mean we were both outsiders that moved here. She was from Arizona, Flagstaff area, and I was.
moved here when I was 9, though. I'm 33 now. I've been here a long time. When we first got married, I really wanted to move out of the state because I had never. I was 19 when we got married, so I hadn't really done a lot. And he was an old man. He said that he was staying here, and so I couldn't let him go, so I stayed. And then it turned out I never even stayed a whole night alone in all my life until like 3 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
So no traveling for me or independence. I'm codependent.
Maybe we should go visit Texas so we can enjoy this.
Yes. I
do want to go visit Texas because I went to not Austin but Dallas.
I spent a summer in Austin when I was in high school.
And you're close to Waco, is that right?
60 miles south of Waco.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just feel like Texas probably has pretty awesome storms too. Spent a few nights on the Snake River, just passing through the to Portland. Yeah, the Snake River, I mean, feeds into the Columbia River, and I think I went fishing in the Snake River once. I have a video on here where I went sturgeon fishing. It was freaking crazy. There was this outfitter out of Riggins, Idaho, and it was like one of the best experiences I've had in a long time. It was so cool. I mean, the company was all right, but it would have been better if I had people around me that I really appreciated me, I guess. But would you want to go sturgeon fishing with that outfitter?
I don't know what the outfitter means. What is that?
It's the people that brought us and had the boat and all that.
Oh,
heck
yeah, man! I'd totally go do that.
It was fun. We ended up catching a lot of bass, like probably 22 bass between us.
20? That's a pretty specific number.
Yeah, well, that's how many we caught.
Okay.
And and the guy freaking cleaned them all. And then we had the bass. Remember the bass fry or fish fry or whatever they called it at Ryan's house?
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I believe that it happened. My brain has been mush since I had babies.
Mama brain, pregnancy brain, or whatever.
I think it's tired brain.
Are you having tired brain right now?
Yeah, can you tell?
A little bit.
Got lazy eyes happening.
I think we're slowing down a little bit. An hour and a half is kind of a decent amount of time, I think. Maybe we can wrap up from here and do some closing thoughts. So, by the way, this is a milestone, having Kelsey on. Maybe we'll see her few and far between, but maybe more often, I don't know. We'll kind of see how that goes. But it's always nice interacting with people that are all over, whether it be Texas or Washington or Australia or whatever.
Yeah, this has been fun. None of you asked me hard questions or had any hard questions.
Yeah, now's your opportunity. So now's your opportunity.
I didn't really know what to expect because I kind of was I was kind of good with answering anything or talking about anything, so you guys took it easy on me.
Yeah, we're putting you on the spot. But Jennifer, it was very nice seeing you. I'm glad you stuck around.
Yes, it's been a long time. It is nice to see you. I love reading your comments on our Facebook pictures of our boys. I always mean to comment back, but like I said, I'm really horrible about finishing thoughts or finishing projects or anything. No. Oh.
But anyways, Clayton, thank you also. It's nice chatting with you. Thanks for bringing your question or your thoughts or whatever. Thank you again to Dave and Jess, my brother and sister-in-law. Thank you again to Tom. Anyways, there's a few of you. Mitchell from Australia. I mean, I'm just going through the chat and just the people that left us comments. I'm sure there was others that didn't. Yeah, so Jennifer says no worries at all. But yeah, so Jennifer, for future reference, I will be live streaming here and there. Again, I've done live streaming. I've done a lot of interviews on this channel. And usually I'm flying solo on this kind of stuff. But again, Kels is here with me. And but if you're into like deeper, darker topics, that's the kind of stuff I like to get into. And I don't thrive off the darker stuff. I just feel like I am willing to address the darker things.
You're just all in. You're passionate.
Yeah. So I can't honestly say I do this for my family. It's more so for me because I feel like flying under the radar can be easier. But if I put myself out there, it's not flying under the radar. It kind of puts me on the radar. But it's important that we push back, fight back against lies, against tyranny, against things that are not right, not true. I feel like we need to stand up. If you guys do not follow the High Wire Del Bigtree, I always recommend that people go there. I feel like there's a lot of good information on that show. They've been banned on YouTube, so you gotta go find them on. BitChute, or just go to the website highwire.com. What else?
I have no idea.
What do you recommend to people? What's the something very important you want to leave them with?
Love your families.
Put your families first.
Lean hard on the Lord.
Yes.
Yeah. Just evaluate your priorities in life and realize who you're fighting for, who you're showing up for, I guess.
It's good.
I don't know what you.
That's deep. Whatever. All right.
My brain isn't as deep as says.
It's not that it's not deep.
See, when we get to sorry.
Sorry, William just showed up.
Hi.
William's another regular that I don't know if William, remind me where you're located. I want to say are you in California? I'm trying to remember.
It looks like I'm on a green screen.
Kind of looks like it.
It does.
Our background actually is pretty cool. She hung it up because she wanted it to look good, and
it's just been in my way, so I figure there's a lot of work to be done in here. Good night, Jennifer.
Good night, Jennifer. Since William just popped in, I just wanted to say hi for a second. So yeah, this is my wife Kelsey. William has been a regular.
Like in that corner, all you're hiding in the corner.
So yeah, she's my wife of almost 14 years. So anyways, I think we're just wrapping up though, William. Thanks for showing up late, but or maybe you were here already, you just weren't in the chat. Anyways, it's an hour and a half exactly almost. and I think we're gonna call it. So
Oh, thank you. Thanks for hanging out with us.
bye, everybody. Have a good night or have a good day wherever you're at. Enjoy your time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and
It's time for us to go to bed before the baby wakes up.
yeah, have a good week. Yeah, the baby's gonna wake us up in about an hour to get some milkies. Anyways, love you guys. All right, bye.
Bye.